What's good with y'all boys? Now recently some heat dropped. Now what heat am I referring to? I'm talking about PSO2 New Genesis. Now I've been waiting for this game for a minute now. Your boy is kind of an MMO vet. I played all the MMOs such as Black Desert, DC Online, ESO, even Neverwinter. PSO2 caters to both the very dedicated community and the more, I would say, casual. Now some people may argue there's no such thing of a casual MMO player, but I would say I am. Like when I'm on it, I'm on it, but when I'm off it, I'm off it. I take pretty long break. Now I got pretty hooked on PSO2 easily, to be honest with you. I played the game a lot off camera, but I just never really made any videos on it. Now New Genesis was the game I was gonna wait to actually put a video out on. Now so far this game is pretty fun. Now the reason this video is even out is because it's actually under maintenance because of some server lag and other issues, which I'll get to in a second. But just the game by itself though, like problems aside, it's very fun. Classes in the game are all same classes from the base game. They revamped them a little bit. Now you're just thinking, okay, so it's the same classes just in a new game? Nah, these classes got completely revamped. I'm talking new animations, new skill trees. They have a new mechanic in the game where you can actually take the weapons of your subclass and combine them. So let's say for example you're using like a double saber, but then you use a sword photon art, it shifts it. A PSO2 dedicated content creator can definitely explain this way better than I can, but yeah, it's pretty fucking dope though. So PSO2 New Genesis is actually a bridge game between PSO2 base, what we're gonna call it vanilla PSO2, and PSO2 New Genesis. So the two games are supposed to be able to coexist. You should be able to actually transfer from one game to another. Now PSO2 base at the moment is pretty fucked right now, to be honest with you. Like, I'm playing on a Series X. For some reason my controls are different. Like the B button is the select button and the A button is the back out button. Like I went in my controls to see if it's something with the controls. Like no, it's all these. I don't know what happened to that game. Everyone on there so far is just trying to transfer their shit all over to New Genesis. So I don't know if the devs have any real content planned for PSO2 vanilla anymore. I would think not, because I'll put all my focus into a new game. That just kind of makes more sense to me, but I could be wrong and they could be just doing that right now. But again, the two games are like a bridge. Now you're like, so if you played the base game, everyone already knows this already, but you'll actually be able to take that character and put it into New Genesis. So your boy is pretty dripped out in the first game, so I got the drip in this game too. I actually had a little bit of money in that game. I want to go buy some more drip to transfer over to this one. That's just one little aspect that they try to keep the same between both games, which is the cosmetics. So all cosmetics are usable in New Genesis. Now everything else in the game, nah, it's not. So your money's not usable. All those salon passes, which you shouldn't really worry about if you never played the base PSO game, because you're not going to have any one of them things any damn way. You might have some salon passes, but color change passes, no, you're probably not going to have any of those. Materials one aren't usable. One thing that are usable though is color change passes. Now we talked about the cosmetic side of things, let's kind of go over the combat system. The whole combat system itself got a complete overhaul if you think about it. If you played the base game, you know what I'm talking about. Like things such as perfect attacks are no longer in the game. I heard it's because it slowed the gameplay down, which I kind of agree with. I completely like the combat system in this game. It's a lot smoother. Again, it's flashier, which is what this game is known for, from my understanding and from what I've seen. So already massive improvements. Now they introduced a new system called Battle Power, which a lot of MMOs or MMOs games use similar systems. Like Division has gear score and Destiny with light level. In my opinion, it just kind of keeps people more invested and actually want to grind for better gear rather than, oh, let me hit level 80 and then do this stuff, which is basically what I did in the last game. You know, I wasn't really so heavily oriented around getting the best gear in the game per se. I was just trying to hit the level cap so I can do these cool events, which when it comes to cool events, PSO2 definitely delivers. Now PSO2 is very flashy. It reminds me of a mix between Jump Force, and I've even heard some Genshin Impact comparisons. I can't really necessarily speak on the Genshin Impact comparison because I never really played the game. I just kind of seen it, but the game is very dope. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. They added new movement mechanics such as gliding and actually sprinting. Now if you played the base game again, you would know that the best way to get around a map is finding that one PA that kind of launches you forward. You just continuously kind of spam that, but that's no longer the case in this game. It's actually a sprinting option, and the gliding is dope. This is more like a complete open world. I was so shocked when I was able to just straight fly into the city with no loading screen. I just flew in. I don't know, it might be so simple to some, but I just thought like the game really came a long way. Now let's kind of get into some of the issues of the game, right? Crashing. So the game crashed me back-to-back times. It only happened 2 times, so I wouldn't really highlight this as a major problem like in other games, but I guess you can say it does occur. Now personally, I don't really know anyone else that this game crashed for, and I haven't really seen too many people talking about it. Most of these problems when it comes to this game all originate from PC, you know, like the Windows problem with like launching the game. Steam, I heard, is having some problems. But again, this is a new game. Yeah, this game's been under development for a minute, but it's still a game. It's still gonna have its problems. I've been seeing some people bash it on Twitter, talking about how you're gonna be developing this game for this long and still having these problems. Because again, well, according to this video, this game's under maintenance right now because of the server lag, which I'm gonna get into next. But again, it's a game, so y'all need to chill out with that because it's really not that serious. Now, when it comes to this game's lag, I kind of think of it like a paper cut, and what I mean by that is how paper cuts don't really necessarily hurt the most, but they're just kind of annoying. Well, that's how the lag is in this game. It's just kind of annoying. And this is from my experience. Like, I know some people are completely lagging out the server. That's not happening to me per se. It's just like very delayed. Like, I'll go break a chest open or crate or whatever, and the contents of that crate don't come to me until maybe about 10 seconds later. Or I'll kill an enemy and he doesn't necessarily die until like 15 to 20 seconds later. Now that shit gets really annoying, especially when you're trying to do cocoons and you're trying to get these side missions for these cocoons, but these enemies aren't dying, so your time's being extended because they're not counting yet, and you have to get to the next part of the cocoon or whatever. So that's pretty annoying. But again, these are things that will be fixed in the coming days, if not weeks. These things are still an issue like a month or two from now. Then that's when I'll really be upset about it. Like, why isn't this fixed? But again, this dev team is pretty cool. They're staying on top of things. They're always active on Twitter, always telling everybody what's going on, always asking for feedback, which is great for a dev team. So I wouldn't really put too much hate on them, basically. So my final thoughts on this review or overview, I don't know what to call this particular video. I'm just talking about a game I like. Now, I would definitely recommend this game for friends and for people who are pretty casual when it comes to MMOs, or you really like the game. Great community, probably one of the best I've seen in most of these MMOs that I've played. Very helpful people. Definitely a 10 out of 10 recommendation. The course of like all other games, this game is definitely more enjoyable when you play with friends, and it's very beneficial as well. Now, unfortunately, I'm not sponsored by PSO, but PSO is available for Xbox, Windows, and Steam. I'm pretty sure it's on Steam too. But yeah, this is a quick little video of me talking about a game I like. Now, as always, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and share, and also consider subscribing. Remember, we just hit 62 subscribers. It's a grind. We're grinding for 100. With all that being said, it's your boy Horizon. I'm signing out. Peace.